Howdy, it's Liz, and I'm here with a quick technique video. I do not have a template for making library pockets, and I was sitting in front of the television watching television the other night with my family and wishing I had something to do. So I grabbed a giant stack of the book pages that I've cut out of books and started experimenting folding them, and came up with a fairly easy way to do book pockets that I wanted to show you so that you too had a TV time activity. This is one that I just was working on. I have a couple around the edges that are in process. I'm laying them all out, and I just finished gluing it, so we'll let that stick for a moment and come back to it. All right, this essentially works for any size book page that you want. I have torn this out of the book, so I'm going to give this a quick trim after I fold it in half, line up the corners, and I'm using some of the cut-to-tip scissors, which are awesome. I just got them recently, and I'm just trying to make this approximately even to the margin on the other side of the page. Okay, so I've folded it in half, I've trimmed it up. The first thing I'm going to do is fold this over so that it's even, and the only thing I'm trying to do is get just a little bit of text to show right there. You can see the letters right at the edge. That means that when you fold it over, the text will run all the way to the edge, and I like that look. And that's mostly even. All right, do the same thing on the other side. And I am not making these to a particular size. There's no measuring here. There's just doing. So I was doing this on a lap desk in front of the TV the other night. So we folded it when it was already folded over. So now we're just going to unfold it and fold the side that was folded the wrong way in. I'm going to give that a quick check. That's mostly even. All right, I want the side that has the text facing up to be the front. And this is where your cut-to-tip scissors really come in handy, because you have this little line here where you folded the paper in half initially, and if you poke the cut-to-tip scissors in on that line, they go all the way right there. And then what I'm going to do, I'll spread this apart a little bit so you can see it, is go in at an angle on one side and then on the other side. So you've cut yourself a lovely little triangle there, and again all the way on the fold, one side and the second side. Okay, so now we're going to take our glue. We've identified which one's the back by identifying which one's the front. We're going to fold the back down. I was using a glue stick for this the other day because it's so much easier to have a glue stick when you're sitting in front of the television than something that is going to make long gluey strings. There we go. So that is the back with the tabs folded in and glued. And I'm just going to fold it, the back into the front, and you can always check, this is, still the front. And the tabs are now wrapping around to the back. So we'll take the glue stick, run it there. And if you didn't have the front and the back exactly matching as I did, the front was actually a little bit narrower, then it helps to hold the sheet flat so you don't get ripples and buckles in it, and this will just wrap around the edge. Okay, so we have a lovely little pocket with the inside flaps glued down so they're not in the way. And then I also, among the large number of things I do not have, is a half round punch So I have found that the base of the little Mod Podge bottles works perfectly for this, except I usually try to do this on the back in case I don't cut all the way through the lines. And for some reason, I don't know why, it probably has something to do with handedness. It's easier to cut this out for me if I start on the right side of this half circle. And I don't know why. And when you get down near the bottom, it's easier if you keep the scissors fairly close to the tips, because you have less stuff you're cutting through. All right, that's not hideous. And this is improved, honestly, by a little bit of distressed ink. And I still have the antique linen on here. A little bit of vintage photo on this. Covers up any bobbles that you might have made while you're cutting. I folded a bunch of these the other night, along with a couple other things that I'll do videos on, because I have recently gutted about 6 books, and I am drowning in textbook pages. So this is a great way to use them up. There you go, a little vintage photo on that. And it is ready to be decorated. You can see a sample, what it looks like when it's done. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.